Kenyanska Hawa Essuman och tyske Tom Tykver är på filmfestivalen med filmen Soulboy om en pojke vars pappa är helt utslagen och dagen efter.
Kuliendaje?
Wamenichukua.
I've always been a fan of magical realism stories, so the opportunity to direct a story that was set in that context, very exciting for me.
A father that is drunken or has problems and you don't really know what it is about, and this boy tries to cope with it with the help of fantasy. Is that right?
Well, I don't know whether he's using fantasy to help him cope. It's more like something that he thought wasn't real all of a sudden has become real in his mind, and he's doing everything that he can to make his ideal come to pass, which is why he spends the weekend trying to save his father's soul.
Tom Tykver är känd regissör från Run Lola Run och andra succéer. Att producera och vara med och bidra till nya afrikanska filmer fängslar honom nu.
There's an initiative that my girlfriend actually runs in East Africa and practically in Kenya, which supports art education in the slums of Nairobi. And I wanted to contribute to that, and so we came up with the idea of a film workshop. The film workshop grew into my perspective on how to teach or learn film that is only by doing a film. So I met this Kenyan producing company, and they introduced me to a writer, and we developed this project together, and ended up doing it in a way that very few limited professionals trained a large number of apprentices and young up-and-coming film enthusiasts from Kenya, many from them from inside the slum that we actually shot in, to do a feature film together, and it turned out to be a real film.
Does this place exist just as it is in the movie where you have filmed?
Kibera? Yes, most definitely. It is as is.
Was it hard to film there?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was initially one might think that it's challenging, but it's not. They're incredibly generous people. The communities were very accepting of us, and they were very supportive. So we were very fortunate.
In a way, the production was under. We did everything in a very tight schedule, which is sometimes bad for for discussion time, but it's sometimes also good for the energy that you take decisions on. And it was also something that I wanted to give to people, that it's great if you much more listen to your instincts than to think over too much, all the responsibilities and the money you spend, and all the expectations from other people, that you take decisions from your own instinctive level to create something artistically individual. And so we actually decided by going. It wasn't that we had like endless preparation talks. We actually went to the locations and said like, okay, how do we want to do this? And then we did it. It wasn't like going there 5 times, discussing it 10 times. It was more or less discussing it half a minute and then actually shooting it already. And so along the lines, we came into a certain style that was both influenced by the circumstance, by, of course, the people that were there, because we were shooting in a living area, and by Hawa's perspective on it, and of course my influence on that if I had some remarks.
Most of the time, are you ever sure whether this is the dream or whether you're asleep, whether that's the dream? They happen in parallel, because everyone wants to make their, well, not everyone wants to make their dreams come true. If the dream is bad, of course you don't want that, but we aspire to what we want.